Aaron Donald signed a contract extension with the LA Rams. Aaron Donald signed a 6-year deal worth $135 million. At $22.5 million a year, $87 million guaranteed. It's the richest contract in NFL history for a defensive player. And I'm of two minds about this. First off, my first thought is I would not pay this much to a defensive player. This is more than I would have paid Aaron Donald. Mind you, again, Aaron Donald is the best defensive tackle in the entire NFL. So I'm going to tell you first my principle, why I don't pay defensive players as much, especially not a defensive tackle. But then I want to tell you why I'm okay with the fact that the LA Rams broke my rule. The LA Rams did what I would not have done, and yet I still support that, which is weird, but it's interesting, and I got a good take on. I got a take I like. So I want to first say the NFL salary cap is $177.2 million. 22.5 divided by 177.2 tells us that Aaron Donald will make 12.7% of the Rams salary cap. 12.7% of the Rams salary cap eventually is going to go to Aaron Donald. That's too much. That's too much for me. Aaron Donald is not a quarterback. He's not a wide receiver. Remember, the new NFL rules came out, which tells us that offensive players are more valuable. Now, the catch rule and the helmet rule mean that defensive players' value is going down. Offensive players' value is going up. So I would not have paid this much for Aaron Donald. And if you remember, defensive players, especially defensive tackles, they're not that valuable. 2013 through 2016 were J.J. Watt's most dominant years in the NFL. In 2013, J.J. Watt was the NFL Defensive Player of the Year. His team went 2-14. His coach was fired. In 2015, again, J.J. Watt was the Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, his team was 9-7. His defense was 30th in the NFL. They were third. They were almost the worst defense in the NFL. In 2016, again, he won Defensive Player of the Year. J.J. Watt was dominating. His team, however, went 9-7. They had the 32nd ranked defense in the NFL. They were last in total defense in the NFL. What that tells us is defensive players, especially defensive tackles, do not have a great impact on winning games. They don't even have enough impact on how good your defense does, because he was player of the year and they were the last ranked defense in the NFL. Quarterbacks, that is who has an impact on winning. Quarterbacks. I'll pay a quarterback 11, 12% of my salary cap because it really matters. You can't win without Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. But I don't like paying a defensive tackle that much. The Rams did. Right, wrong, or indifferent, the Rams overpaid their defensive tackle, Aaron Donald. And he deserved a raise. I'll say this. I agree that Aaron Donald deserved a raise. He was only making like $6 million. He deserved a raise, but he did not deserve $22.5 million a year. That's overpaying Aaron Donald. Now, all that being said, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the fact that the Rams overpaid for Aaron Donald. You want to know why? The Rams are trying to win a Super Bowl. The Rams are doing everything they can to win a Super Bowl. Because the fear is the Rams don't want to look back after the 2018 season. They don't want the year to come to an end and then look back and wonder, we didn't win the Super Bowl this year. Could we have done more? Could we have done more to win the Super Bowl? My dream, my goal is to do strong opinion sports for a living, to make this my full-time job. That's my dream, my passion. It's what I want to do. And I put everything I can into doing strong opinion sports Monday, Wednesday, Friday. About an hour-long show, 3 days a week. I put my heart and soul into the show. I do everything I can. I'm a full-time student, and yet I still do this. There's a party happening right now. Right now, it's Friday night. At my friend's house, there's a party happening that I would love to be at. It sounded like a fun night. There's a cute girl that I know there, some good drinks. But again, I want strong opinion sports to be my job. It's my favorite thing in the world. I want to do this as much as I can. When I look back on college later, when I graduate in 2 years, I want to look back, and I want to look back and say I did everything I possibly could to build strong opinion sports. This is my favorite thing, and part of doing this means sacrificing other places. But again, I don't want to look back and think, man, could I have done more? Could I have done more for Strong Opinion Sports? I'm telling you, I'll never feel that way because I'm putting everything I can into this. The Rams gave Aaron Donald the contract he wanted so that they could get him onto the field. The Rams are doing everything they can to win a Super Bowl. Now, there are some interesting wrinkles in the way this deal has been constructed. Aaron Donald's salary cap for the 2018 season only goes up by $2 million. That's huge. His hit against the salary cap barely goes up at all this year, and that's great. See, the extension for Aaron Donald doesn't kick in until 2019. This year is 2018. Next year, 2019, is when Aaron Donald's new contract really kicks in and changes the salary cap. The Raiders have a ton of talented players right now. Their roster is unbelievably talented. Marcus Peters, Aqib Talib, Brandon Cooks, Todd Gurley, great quarterback, Aaron Donald, all kinds of guys everywhere. Ndamukong Suh right now. Guess what? Clearly, in the future, they're not going to be able to have as many talented players. Ndamukong Suh's not sticking around unless he wants to get paid $1 million a year, take basically nothing, play for free. Because remember, the Rams just paid Brandon Cooks. They paid Todd Gurley. They've now paid Aaron Donald. And in the future, they're going to have to pay Jared Goff, their quarterback, to a massive deal. Yeah, the size of Aaron Donald's contract that he signed today hurts the future of the Rams roster. But who cares? Who cares? Because right now, the Rams are not worried about 2023. They're not worried about 2022's roster. Right now, the Rams are doing everything they can to win a Super Bowl. But Aaron Donald is not a quarterback. He's not going to win you. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't have the same impact on a game that a quarterback would. But if you're chasing a Super Bowl, having the best defensive tackle in the entire NFL playing on your team, that can't hurt. It certainly can't hurt anything. Again, the Rams' mission is to win a Super Bowl this year, 2018, right now. They are going for it. And that's why I don't mind the Rams overpaying for Aaron Donald. They had to keep him happy. They had to get the guy on the field. Say whatever you need to get him to play because you don't want to look back. Look, I get it. When the 2018 season is over for the Rams, they do not want to look back and say, man, could we have done more? When the season ends, the Rams want to be able to say, we did everything we possibly could to win a Super Bowl. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my show, Strong Opinion Sports. It's my pride and joy. I'm very proud of it. If you're new to Strong Opinion Sports, you can subscribe to it on iTunes, SoundCloud, on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube, or you can find more shorter breakout videos like the one you just watched. And if you like what I had to say, maybe you hate what I had to say, share this with your friends. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about the show. My name is Zach Schaumler. Have a great day.